Hi Center, and welcome to another tutorial in our series for student laptops. The purpose of this tutorial is to introduce you to Windows 8 and how to find programs like Microsoft Word and make shortcuts to those programs so you easily can find them in the future. Once again, your teacher will not be troubleshooting issues that you might be having with your laptop during this time, but a person from the technology department will be around later to help with any issues. So let's give this a try. Teachers, be ready to pause the tutorial so students can access their programs. But students, you first need to be logged into your laptop. So teachers, do you need to pause at this time? Go ahead and get logged in. Next, I want to introduce you to the operating system of your laptop, and it's Windows 8.1. And in a minute here, you'll notice there are really two sides that you're going to interact with on your laptop. And the first side is this desktop view that your laptop boots into. And this view should be very familiar to you with your past experiences on district computers. Do you recognize the desktop? Maybe some of the icons and shortcuts that you've been used to using and seeing in the past? But the second side is the Tiles side, and this is also your Start menu. And to get there, you're going to use this little icon down in the lower left-hand corner of your window. It's a Windows icon, and when you click on it, it takes you over to that Tiles view. By the way, to get back to your desktop view, just use this tile right here, and that takes you back to your desktop. But let's look at this Start menu. The Start menu was initially developed for device and tablet use, where users touch and swipe the monitors to navigate through tiles and programs. Our laptops are not enabled for touch recognition, so you won't get the full experience of this particular side of the platform, and that's okay. However, this is where you will access programs installed on your laptops. So while we're here, let's look for Microsoft Word. The easiest way to do this is just start typing the word Word. And once you start typing, your search menu will appear on that right-hand side of your monitor. So if we type Word and just click on it, Word will launch. And it launches, pull that back over, it launches on your desktop view. But because Word has been updated, you need to purposely select a blank document. So go ahead and do that. Once you're here, can you type in your Word document? The technology department has noticed that there might be a handful of laptops out there where you cannot. And if your laptop is one that you cannot, just minimize Word and then go back down to the taskbar and restore it again. Try typing now. You will be able to. As of the time of this recording, the technology department has not found a resolution for this issue. So teachers, do you need to pause the video at this point to address this? If so, go ahead and do so now. The last thing here I want to show you is how to pin the programs for easy access. So I'm going to close out of the document that I have open. Not going to save this. I'm going to go back to my Start menu. Do you remember how to get there? It's that Windows icon in the lower left-hand corner. Let's search for Word again, but this time before clicking on it and before pushing Enter, let's right-click Word 2013. And you're going to see you have a couple of options here. The first one would be to pin to the Start menu, but what I want to show you is to pin it to the taskbar. So go ahead and do that. And when you do that, it doesn't really look like anything happened. But I'd like for you to click away from your search bar and without searching on any of your tiles. And that's going to remove the search bar. But let's go back to your desktop. Click on your desktop tile. Now, in this desktop view, I think you can see, and I hope yours happened to get pinned down there, our icon for our Word 2013. Now, I very easily can launch it from right here in the desktop view instead of toggling back and forth to that Start view. I'm going to go ahead and close out of this. So again, that was going back to that Start screen. And this time I'm going to search for PowerPoint. And before I click on it or before I push enter, I'm going to right click it and I'm going to pin it. Now I can pin it to the start bar, and what this does is it just puts an icon right here. So now when you're on your desktop view and let's say you need to launch PowerPoint, you just go to your start view, click on PowerPoint, and it launches in your desktop view side. So teachers, I'm going to ask that you pause the tutorial for a minute. And students, why don't you search for programs that you use frequently, like Word or PowerPoint or Excel, and make shortcuts to them on the taskbar or your start menu. Why don't you go ahead and do that now? Finally, there will be times that you will want to multitask on your laptop. There are several ways of doing this. You can either do this with a key combination or drag the toolbar of your document. And let me show you what I mean by this. So let's say I have a Word document open that I'm ready to take some notes on. Let's say I also have an internet browser open here. So we're going to say that my internet site is just this primary document of a letter. I think I did a search for the Oregon Trail, and this was what I found. So when I'm doing some internet research, it would be beneficial to have the internet on one side of my monitor and note-taking, maybe Word or whatever it is that you might be taking your notes in, on the other side. So a very handy keyboarding shortcut is if you click the Windows key and hold down the left arrow, and it automatically resizes your, in this case, my internet document so that it only covers half of my monitor. So now I can pull my Microsoft Word document back up, and I can click the Windows key, and this time the right arrow, and that's going to send that document over to the right half of my monitor. Now I can do some note-taking, and I also can scroll up and down. I can continue to do some research, do some more note-taking. Maybe I want to record this website so that I can remember to cite it and that sort of thing. You get the idea. So there are many other key combinations that allow you to do other tasks. So if your teacher's okay with it, why don't you share some of the key combinations that you use on a keyboard other than Control-C and Control-V to copy and paste. This concludes this tutorial. Teachers, please record any issues that you had or email them to Colleen. And thank you everyone for your attention during this tutorial.